I am here. I would like to explain. I think this is something that is explained already. But we need to review it. Why this machine, this dark, satanic, this machine that work illegally? I mean, this topic needs a lot of explanation, really. Okay, I am gonna focus on what's happening in the Holy Land. Okay, there is a lot of people who are, for example, from the group called the Christian, calling themselves Christians, or even atheists in the West. It's a machine concerning this. There is the Western group, and there is the so-called Christian group in the West, and others as well worldwide taking advantage. But when we go to the Holy Land, I think this is something understood. It's easy for people to recognize this. But when you go to those who call themselves Christian, starting with the West, even some groups in Middle East, the loyalty of these people who are calling themselves Christian is, of course, they have nothing to do with the Messiah. They will insist, they will call the manipulation that is in the Bible, but regardless, they look at the Jews. The Jews are a far worse enemy to them, those who call themselves Jews. Now, don't delete this video because you can see the history. I'm telling you how they really think. Not all, definitely. There is wonderful people, either they are atheists, people who call themselves Christians. Some people, the group I'm talking about, will look at those who are nice down and say that they are stupid, they are naive. And this is not the point. I'm explaining to you how the political system is working through centuries, and how these schools of so-called Christian church work. These people look at the Jews. The Jews are considered an insult to the so-called Christians. I don't need to explain. I don't need to go through many things, how the Jews believe, how they think about the Messiah, the Son of Virgin Mary, how they think about, even if they are European, how they want to distinguish themselves through this manipulated, unnormal teachings that the Jews, this dark machine provided all sorts of lies for people even to stop the process of questioning it. You understand me? The Israelite, and not to mention the manipulation in the Bible and the Torah, that the Israelite, the Israelites are considered a people who are considered. There is a car stopping here, and they're stopping. I don't know. Let's hope that there is no problem. Yep, they're looking. Fuck off. I'm staying somewhere. Don't delete my video. A little bit alone here, but anyway. Really alone? But anyway. This machine, what can I do? I learned this word, fuck off, here in England. So many said it even to me. Anyway, just to stop and look, it's inappropriate. I'm sure that you have this nice car, you work here, these warehouses, whatever, places, companies, factories, whatever, these places. You have a house, fuck off, leave me alone. I'm facing problems. But I'm saying the truth. That the Israelites used to live in the Holy Land, they came from Egypt, they lived the Israelis. Then the Israelis are not concerned of anyone. The Israelis are people chosen God. They stayed there. No preaching, no nothing assignment. They are the Israelite. And then the Roman attacked them. And then they escaped the Roman, went to nations. The nation that was favorable to them is the West, among those who attacked them from the first place. And there is teaching that they shouldn't يعني melt with others based on this, like this rubbish, the cults. The mother must be Jew and things like this. And all of a sudden you find so many races within the so many races among the group calling itself Jews. Chinese, Pakistanis, uh, Africa, Russia, and they say the Bible said that they will melt. They went to nations. This is all rubbish. This is crap. And I'm telling you why the so-called Christian group is the biggest supporting movement to establish a so-called Israeli state. Recently, there was the crusade first, and now the so-called Israeli state. The crusade first, faith issue. They knew that they have nothing to do with the Holy Land. Now the so-called Israeli state saying that those Jews are Israeli, though they are not Israelite, and they bring them there. Now, atheist people come as well. I'm showing you how rotten and dark this group. I'm telling you what they don't know, even if you are in the political system, by the way. But this is how they feel and believe. Understand me? They say. This is what they say. Listen to this carefully. This is the research. Others. This is not. This is facts. They say, we know that A, B, C, D, E, F, G points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is true. In another word, we know that every single word that Tariq is saying is the truth. And even by the resource, someone even I was approached by non-human about them. Not your business. Fuck off. March away. Keep away. Keep away. Just get ready to hellfire. Some of them are atheists. Anyway, we know that what Tariq is saying is the truth, but we have no other options. What do you mean, no other options? Do you want us really to help the Muslims to grant the Holy Land back? Do you really want us to make them take the Holy Land back? The Jews, we know that the Jews do not. I have no time to act and to show how fierce they are, how they think, how their souls. I have no time. I'll explain it to you. I can say, well, you know, they understand me. I have no time. I don't want to laugh now. I'm saying the truth. But the Jews, they are all in hellfire. They don't represent any facts. But we are going with them, the Jews, because there is a bigger problem. What is the bigger? The Islamic Muhammad and Islam. Understand me? The appropriate choice for them is to be a Muslim. Messihian, follower of the Messiah, son of Virgin Mary. Muhammadian, by all means. I don't know if but what do I mean by what? Muhammadian, Muslim, complying, devoted. No. We know, but we don't. To defeat Islam, support the Jews. Lie about the history. This dark machine should lie, should just push for. And of course, the so-called Israelis going, we have no time to, are going with it. Now, those who are calling themselves anti-Zionist Jew, even if they want to disconnect themselves from the Muslim belief from A to Z, they are forced just because they understand the history to a certain level. Some of them not perfectly, some of them anti-Zion. It's not a matter of loving Muslim for them, some of them. It's a matter of loving themselves and trying to protect themselves, because they know that if there is no Islam, this dark lying machine will wipe them. Don't delete my videos. Will eliminate them. It can't work except by supporting the so-called Israeli state. There is secular. Study what happened after the Industrial Revolution. Liberal secularism overthrowing the power of the church since the time of communists, before or after. Martin Luther King, the European and the Catholic Church. Marx. Secularism, nations, nationalist, colony, freedom of speech, democracy. There is no way to protect them. Their satanic goals, except I don't. Do I need to explain here and there and there and there? No, my channel explain is to support those who call themselves Jews. Though deep inside this bad, bloody bad, dark, rotten, dark machine, I'm not talking about the common people. I'm talking about the peg of earth and his slaves, Satan Taghut, Satan servant Taghut, which is an antichrist, so many, working for Satan agenda, their darkest father. So to defeat this Muhammad and Islam and Sharia laws, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allah greater, Allah bigger. Muhammad praying 5 times, circling Kaaba, throwing the stone against this pyramid, satanic figure pyramid, Hajj, pilgrim, jizya, halal food. What type of stupid cult is this? Blessing meat, halal food. I wasn't going to eat anything because in the Bible said what goes inside goes inside. This rubbish. No, there is some places here where might be some security, and maybe some of them are so-called Christians. So there is camera as well, but I'm not doing any crime. Anyway, really, no crime. Anyway, talking about. So, Father the devil and his son Antichrist and the holy tagotic satanic spirit of the devil. I went to church and I respect them when I go there. This is the way you want to worship, okay? Come on, babe. And babe, I don't mean any man or woman. I mean some. Do you hear me? No, خلاص. I was gonna say something. No. In mean of respect, because I used to go. And not for you to have a good food, you need to come and visit us and stood at respect. No. They just said you're welcome to go inside this hall. So of course I need to stand when they, Bishop and Father, they pray. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. عبادة لك Allah. No, whatever. I'm not talking about this common. I'm not talking about this common people. I'm talking in general. Oh, I went to so-called Christian church in Syria, by the way. And I visited them as well in Malaysia. Some Gulf states as well. Shut up, will you? Trying to focus to explain to them about the truth. Anyway, why did you delete the previous video? I was sending a message to the so-called Christians, those who call themselves Jews. Why did you delete it? Anyway, so those people, this machine, this dark machine, really look at those who call themselves Jews. Don't delete my video. Shall I want to... Are rotten, filthy Jews. Please don't delete the video. I'm not talking about all. But go on with them. Cooperate with them. Support them. So-called this. Hey, Jews, how many Jews on planet Earth? I'm that smart, worshipping the Antichrist and calling him Jesus. Salvation. How many Jews? And go to Bush Jr. and you will find some satanic circle there and there. For example, even the monarch here and others all over the world. I'm talking about the so-called. Even those who are so-called Christian and Middle East, skeptics and whatever. Deep inside, I'm not talking deep in the rest. I'm not talking about all. Jews are so many. 6 million, 7 million. Gohem Jews, all of them non-Israelis. Support them. Call them Israelis. Do not start this. He's laughing. He's laughing, okay? Call them Israelite. Support them. It's their own land. It's written in the Bible. What's in the Bible is represents the truth. All of these things, okay? 6 million. How many Muslims do we have? I'm not going to talk about the so-called chat and how the devil is using it. The colonies and things like that. Don't think that it's a human mind only behind it, or basically. The devil work. There is some human finding chances here colonies, Sykes-Picot. Yeah. In the Turkish nation, outside it, the Safus, devil is there, working here and there, man. Someone is drinking weed, smoking weed. We say it in Arabic, yashrab. He's giving me some looks, so I don't want anyone to mess around with me. People are looking at me, they are wondering why I'm staying alone and having this mobile in my face. Keep your way with your lovely dog. This is what it is. Anyway. But how many Muslims? More than 1 billion. To defeat Islam, support those Jews. We know that they have all their rubbish. We know that their practices got nothing to do with Moses, Jacob, Solomon, or David. They got nothing to do with the race of Noah, Moses, Solomon, Abraham. Nothing. We just gonna support them, Middle East, because we have a group that worships Satan, the Muslims. Satan is the one who sent Muhammad. Satan is the one. Regardless, they knew that the Holy Land, the Palestinians, the natives are Muslims. They know that the real Israelis are Muslims. They know all of these things. Oh, again, the third guy with dog. Look, third guy with dog right now. He's standing, looking at his dog, looking at me a lot. What can I do? I have no house. I didn't show you the first, I'll show you the second. This is the third. Anyway. So they knew this. This is hidden. This is almost like archive. Do you call it archive? Archive. It's hidden. This explains to a certain level what will happen to the Goyim Jews who are occupying our Holy Land. Each Palestinian are dead, killed. Each among them Israelite, real Israelite Muslims. Each child killed. They think that this machine is working on sending a message and making it part of their belief. Those who are following this darkness. And they give themselves as, for example, those who are devoted to the so-called Christianity, gods will understand. For us to defeat, we choose Jesus. We believe in him. He died in this cross for our sins. Not the rubbish Muhammad said. This, we're dealing with people who are childish. This is how it is. You need to these people are not normal. I'm talking about certain. So for them, they are inside this belief. Am I taking its spot? Definitely. This is the dog spot, yeah. Well, I'm sorry, it's taking right now. Anyway. So there is a dog with the guy. I don't want to put there because there is privacy concerns and other. The dog is stopping and I think the dog enjoys playing here. But there is another dog taking the place. Nice guy, just buzz off. Go. You don't know who's here right now. Anyway, I always listen to you when you speak. My imaginary friend, and you speak sometime like this. Not all of you. Some of you speak like this. No. Some of you, those who are close to. No. I ain't going anywhere, huh? Anyway, so this is how they believe. I think you're messing around, guy. Come on, push off. Get him for me tonight. No. Cause it's seen in his house. Anyway, so this is how they believe. I mean, I'm joking, laughing, so you shouldn't delete the video, okay? Uh, you need to understand this point. Support the so-called Israelis to defeat Islam, Quran, Islam, Muhammad, Islam, Quran. Now it's under control. Crown princes allowing us before. Yes, we used to control Saudi Arabia, but not this way. Saudi Arabia is more control than before. Wow. أجرني يا الله من عذاب النار. Anyway, what I am trying to say is, do you understand? Even atheists with no conscience, atheists who they have a problem with Islam, what they believe, they know that the so-called Christianity, they think, was defeated. That's why those who call themselves Jews, not all of them, some of them, want to defeat Christianity. They knew that the so-called Christian faith, if it's implemented, it would have no chance. This is how the devil is working at. The interest, the powers that is assigned to be given to create the glory and happiness to humanity, that for the devil must be taken and stolen and be at the side of the devil. Trust me, many Muslims are not, they are common Muslim. I mean, I'm not saying that I am at the best first level. No. There's higher classes than me. But common Muslims are not at my level of knowledge. But there is much higher than me, definitely, when it's come to the faith and why we are here. And this is facts and truth. Do you understand me? So, the so-called Christian, for many atheists, have fallen. So they would prefer, I mean, you would find, based on the resource, this guy who I forget his name, Holland, he is saying, I just want to use the Christian name. I don't want Christianity, this is my resource and other. They want to use the cross. They don't care if it was embossed by the Roman, by the sword. It's part of our history. We will accept this history and we will use it. So the cross is part of our history. We will call itself a Christian. The Christianity is there in Europe, but it's definitely not the real so-called Christian. Just to use it against any potential enemy. Judea is corrupted. Oh yeah. Both ways. What they related to Judea is corrupted. Go and talk to those who call themselves anti-Zionist Jew. And Judea, the practices of those who call themselves Jews right now, nowadays, got nothing to do with the Yahudi and Judean faith and its best glorified representation since Jacob until the Messiah, son of Virgin Mary, because there was ups and downs, okay? There was ups and downs. This needs a lot of explanation. What I'm trying to say, so-called Shiite, the so-called Shiite can be changed. Before Ali Khomeini, we have a different so-called Shiite sectors, practices. After Ali Khomeini, changeable. At the time of the Safawids, and before it until the 50 years after the death of Hussein, Imam, peace be upon him, and may Allah grant him the absolute, indeed he is granted the absolute satisfaction. How it started, the so-called Shiism, the so-called Shiism. It is a reformation of the devil. So-called Hinduism. What is Hinduism? The state, before the Mughals entered, there was leaders who are committed to represent a manipulated so-called Hinduism. The Buddhist China, after worshipping Allah in ancient times in China, then manipulation took place. Israelis went even there to preach, but they didn't settle the way they settled in the Ishmaelian territory and the places where it's around the Ishmaelian territory. definitely not to Europe. Now, because they ran away from Europe, they didn't run away to Europe. Anyway, uh, do you understand? Who's standing? Islam. And there is always reactions. Always reaction. It have nothing to do with the aqidah. Look at the ISIS. Their practices got nothing to do with what they relate themselves to. You understand me? I mean, they relate themselves because they are a resistance movement. I'm not saying good or bad right now. They used to live in a peaceful way in Iraq, in Syria as well. They are a result of colonies, Hafez al-Assad, Bashar al-Assad, and there was a revolution. 2003, the illegal invasion of Iraq, 11 September, the inside job, and what happened after the Syrian regime dealing with people calling itself secular, liberal, and at the same time persecuting the majority, saying I'm secular. For example, it's a bizarre, stupid example, but it just, women can work as prostitutes and they can be exposed to being raped in Damascus, and I gave example in Arabic and English, so many videos deleted and channel deleted. And at the same time, if you dare question the regime, you will be fucked and raped in the jails. Either you are a woman, starting from women, or man. Through the time, since the 80s, since what's happened in Hama. Okay, in this video, I'm not explaining that about humanitarian feeling. No. If you are from those who care, there is a lot of people who care. What is raciousness? To expose these dark machines, there is people who just don't give a fuck. If you don't worship my God, you deserve death. This is in the Bible, and even in the so-called Christian manipulated, so-called Hindus, so-called Shiite as well. Oh yeah. But what they relate themselves to is already manipulated, and they are not even stick to it. Those who are calling themselves Daesh or Al-Nusra, Al-Qaeda, they might cross the line here and there, but their basic belief is what? Is Islam. They cross when it's come to the enemy conflict, face-to-face engagement ways. They behead, they burn. There is a clear instruction: do not burn even animals, even insects. No one burns except Allah if He imposed it on those who deserve it. You are not allowed to burn anyone. You don't torture people. You do not behead people as sheep. If there is an execution based on the rule from A to Z under the Islamic condition, under an Amir, a Khalifa, a Sultan, everyone knows it's time for Sharia law. The execution must be very fast, less than a second, less than 1 out of 100 of the second. Clean, even with animals. It's the sword must decapitate the head if he's a bad person based on the law, condition and everything. Someone who is beheading, for example, attacking and raping and killing children, this guy must be, or this person must be decapitated. Someone killed innocent folks walking the streets, and he killed them, and the family, people of this is the third guy I'm gonna show you. The fourth guy right now with dog. 4 people walking with dog. That's it. I want to have a dog. I mean, dogs not inside the house. There's rules also for the dog. Look, it's calm dog, a nice dog walking. The other one is making trouble. Anyway, you understand? And who caused this reaction from the first place? The dark machine itself. You understand me? So you need to see how the devil is working. And I return back to the Holy Land. Don't think that those starting from the Western people, even Russia, in a certain circles, but the West, don't even so-called Hindus, so-called Buddhists, all of those who are taking advantage. Okay? I mean, I'll tell you something. Tell you this, don't delete the video. There is leader in Gulf states. They are no longer working for the light against the dark. They are no longer working for the godly people. They are no longer complying with God's teaching. They are in the other side. But still they call themselves Muslims leaders in Gulf state. Do you think that they want Islam to prosper? Now, again, some people would look at me, do you really want Islam? Islam is all about decapitation. Islam is all about making women slave. Islam is all about stoning women, stoning men. Islam is all about executing gays. Islam is all about that's not no. You have no right to say it this way. No right. Islam is about bringing healing atmosphere to humanity, and making them overcome what will bring to them unbelievable darkness. Do I need to study what happened in Europe last century? There was no Islam. Do I need to study some parts here and here in Africa? Don't start with Boko Haram. I can even give a discussion here and there. And Africa have nothing to do with Islam. The Japanese, the Chinese, the Korean, things to do with the so-called Hindi practices until now. Do I need to talk about what happened in Russia? No. South America? No. Alhamdulillah. You understand me? I mean, I'm talking based on the personal. I have the oil. We have the oil as a resource. The Ishmaelian people, the Israelite, our holy land, and who's killing who? Japan, for example, in the Hiroshima bomb. What happened even in Japan itself? Who did this? The World War One and World War Two. Several wars there and there. Don't start with Syria. It's because of you. Don't talk about Iraq because of you. Iran got nothing to do with Islam. Oh yeah, and I can talk about this. So for the so-called Christian, certain groups who have something to do with America, the United States, yes, Tariq is saying from A to Z, yes, true. Maybe some words, he's expressing some terrible word. Yes, definitely. Yep, he's right. We have no other option. We will support the Jews. And at the same time, different level of institute that will support the media, advertise for the Torah, advertise for the Bible in a very non-truthful way. People are stupid, going to hellfire. Except few who wake up. They just wake up. Too many going to hellfire. 99% obvious. Some of them will remain forever, and some will stay. Of course, you are. This is how you don't understand God. You don't understand. You need to see God. Where is God? I mean, the Hadith explains it again. The Gulf States leaders, for example, and other leaders, literally, they don't want unity in the Islamic world. And they don't want to represent the truth that I am saying. For example, in Gulf State, do you think that they want to say this is the Ishmaelian territory? And for us not to destroy the unity in the Islamic nation, the Ishmaelites need to have their own private representation in their environment. And we as Muslim, we need to talk that there is a different here, there is a different here. This money, the Islamic money, will be even for non-Muslim if there is extra whatever. Charities, the children are considered reach for Islam. There are certain rules when it comes to the Arabian Peninsula. Outside, I don't want to talk about what's happening in South parts of the world, whatever. No. First of all, neglect the what the Ishmaelian represent to destroy even more the Islamic unity using either stupid non-Muslims or non-Muslims who have no conscience. 1, 2. We are calling ourselves Muslim, but we know the real Islam. It's the new version, like in Emirates, for example. I don't Gulf State. Please allow me to speak. And at the same time, they want Pakistan to be weaker. The Muslims in Yemen, the real Muslims, weaker. Muslim in Egypt, weaker. For them to prosper darkly. So they share the same goal with the so-called Christian in certain groups, not all, in the West. So it is favor to them in their what? Not to mention economical things, interests, whatever. Because dark machines after dark machines, it's like, I mean, the Quran explain about that. It's like a tower. It's strange. I mean, some people relate it to 11th September because of the number of verses. Well, I'm not saying that. It's like a tower. Towered. Each dark level empower must be built for another. And then it will be destroyed. Tribulation. And unbelievable. Unbelievable, harming, painful. We're not talking about someone is being killed or humanity will suffer. Suffer. Okay. I'm not here giving any solution or something in this video. I'm just explaining to you. Do you understand me? I'm explaining to you. There's two walking there. I don't like people just looking. Do I look strange? Anyway, I'm a very peaceful person anyway. Am I, guys? So if you are gonna go to Islam, it's a personal case at the end. It's a personal, but this personal case can contain everything. With an alignment of understanding Islam, and with an alignment of understanding the Ishmaelian, the rights, don't say the Ishmaelian rights again and again, because you're a Muslim and you understand things, not the rights, the legitimacy, the righteousness, the rights in the Ishmaelian soil. It comes with everything. What's good to the extreme for everyone, even if they don't know maqasid al-shar'. They don't know what's behind the rules and how, as I said before, Sharia laws is like this tree. Do you see the rules? There is only scholars who can look and find out that this is the suitable way for our environment right now, for our land, for our country, for our soil, for our group of people to comply with these conditions and rules based on what's happening worldwide. Okay, now they will say exactly this is what the Crown Prince did in Saudi Arabia. The changes complying with understanding shit in your faces. Okay? Shit in your faces. I have no time to start talking about. So this is how it is. You go to these scholars who are known to you. They are, some of them might be not known, better than them, but people start listening to them because they have hujjah. And there was Islamic Darul Khilafah. There was no someone prosecute you, the devil through his tools. Okay. And those who are intruders. Anyway, I'm getting all down. So definitely they knew these people are goyim. This is the so-called Zionist movement. We have no option except to provide the Jewish people in the Holy Land. They will add their Holy Land. The biggest. That's why so many arrogant, ignorant, stupid, based on the resources. Okay, guys. When they know about me, oh, Jew, we're Jew. I'm Jew. No, Jew belong there. This is what's the Torah. No. Jew Israeli. Gentile, not Jew. God give Jews the hell there. When you come and say to them the Jews were assigned, the God of Jews assigned them to preach. They preached to the Pharaohs. Joseph time, he had a good position in the Egyptian government to preach, and he did a great job. The Israelite Daniel, peace be upon him, when he was in Iraq, he preached and so many accepted. They would say, no, the Jews, you stay alone, like this. I'm Jew, Israeli Jew, we stay. They look at the ethnics, Papillion, Persian, the Ishmaelians, the Goyim for them, the Israelites, the Romans, the Byzantines. Before, I mean, it's different group emerging to other. And they are saying, I don't give a fuck. I'm Israeli. I'm Jew. Goyim worship Satan. That's why God made us His chosen people. No, it didn't work this way. God have assigned missions. Missions. Preach. Tell about me. And my messenger shall be alive through you generationally to a certain time, to era within the divine plan. Everything is explaining itself. Yahudian Islamic faith, the Yahudian, where is the messengers? Those who wrote the Talmud? No, that's why they say don't call him Yahweh. We're waiting for the Messiah. This is a joke. The so-called Hindus, there is rubbish, unbelievable rubbish with the so-called Hindus. I don't want to talk about it. Something similar resulted in creating slaves. They so-called themselves Buddhists and these scriptures that give them don't delete my video, give them instruction to have sex with children. Well, it's in the Bible as well, in the Injil, some chester that Jesus used to love the young boys. This is rubbish about the Messiah, but that's him, the Antichrist figure. And the so-called Buddhists manipulated, oh my God, clear instruction. I don't have now. I might maybe put a video and do. I used to have some. I did print a lot of papers when I was back then in the Arabian Peninsula about these ancient scriptures. I remember in 2007, I stayed for 1 week not capable to eat. Especially when I see young boys, children. If this is practiced, even if it's now not practiced like it's, in China they will persecute. I'm not saying all. There is some wonderful. I am Buddhist, nice people. We are. There is a church where they have people from different community visit. Just Buddhist, so-called Buddhist. They come. They are wonderful food, vegetarian. Fish as well. They brought definitely good. There is no halal haram when it's fish. Do you understand me? And this dark machine will do its the biggest support to protect the occupation of the Holy Land. That's the devil. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Satan. This is the devil, not Allah, the owner and the founder and the creator of existence, who sent Muhammad. Thank you, son. Sent Muhammad as a final messenger. No. That's the devil. The devil behind all of this shit. In his servants. So many anti-Christian, anti-Christ, anti-Messiah, Dajjal figure worshipped by those who call themselves Christians. They used to hate each other. Prostitutes, Protestant. The Catholic, they used to say, anti-Christian. So many said Constantine got nothing to do with Jesus. He's not Christian. We are. What is your group? Oh, variety. Yep. ترى في احتمال ان هذا الشخص يعلم او معلمينه احداثيات شخص متخلف عقلي يقولون عني صح. Anyway, look how it's wonderful. Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia. Just to see them, to see these groups and to see this and they preach and they have a problem with Muhammad and they lie, they teach the children, teach the youth. That's sad. The so-called Shia, they feel the darkly blessings concerning the dunya, which is absolute dark. The slashes and so many practices taken from the so-called Hindus and the so-called Buddhists, and yet Wahhabist, Daesh, Ismaili and Bedouin Arab, Najdis. I gotta delete this video. It's only true. Satan, Saturn is the one who went to Muhammad. He came to Muhammad. He preached to Muhammad. Muhammad started saying Muhammad is racist. Muhammad is butterfly. Muhammad. See how God, the ground of excuse, Iqamat al-Hijjah. For you, Muhammad is اللهم صل وسلم على محمد أعظم صلاة وأتم تسليم أبلغه أرفع التحايا والتكريم وآل بيته الصديقين الأطهار وصحبه الأوفياء وزوجاته الطاهرات اللهم آمين. Peace be upon Muhammad in the Arabic way. Man who was assigned to just preach. The Quran have its own language. I'm not talking Arabic. I'm talking the language of understanding it. It's to be recycled. This is how it is. My way or the highway. Definitely God له المثل الأعلى. سبحان الله عما يصفون ويصفون. Either you choose my way. There is people explaining in this word. One of them, Tito. Small Tito. Because they, so again, the people who are conscious, people who walk it consciously, especially starting from those who are atheists, understood, though it will create. Again, I'm not here saying what humanity can create based on the change that might occur to their environment. I mean, the history is there. So look at the atheists, the other groups, what they did to commit. Crusade, they have nothing to do with the Messiah, the Crusader. They have not something to do with the filth in their manipulated scriptures, which its resource is Injil in the top, but it's manipulated. Quran, we talk about Quran. Hadith, oh, I'm telling you, there is a lot of manipulated hadith. Did you understand my point? This is, you need to see how at the end, with all of this, Allahumma as'alullah al-thabat. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. أسأل الله الثبات مهما تغير وضعي مهما حدث وهذا حسن الخاتمة يا الله. نعم. الثبات, I don't know. Thabat, to resist anything that will affect your belief, because it's not a game. Oh yeah, it's not a game. Of course, men are more responsible than women. That's why responsible. But women are responsible. I mean, look at the word. I mean, this is not the point. I was gonna start something talking about worth and things like that, because it's all come in a big picture. But because I had enough, honestly, when I see those people who call themselves Jews, those who call themselves Christian. Let's focus. And the political system, the West, and the rubbish happening in the Holy Land, and what happened last century. I'm just telling you how the devil is using them and working through them. Regardless, they really believe Jesus. There is a Messiah for them, an anti-Messiah, a Dajjal, that they consider Messiah in a very corrupted way. I'm not talking all, I'm saying certain groups. Or those who just Westerns and superiority, they call it superiority. No, I'm just talking about something concerning the Holy Land. I can go and talk about Africa, I can talk about South America, and even North America. I can go and talk about Asia, okay, Russia, China, history, the history, and now India, the so-called Shiite, others. But now I'm just talking about the Holy Land and the case by those who call themselves Christian and the West. So don't think that they put their hand, they put the star, the satanic dimensional star, and they are big supporter to the so-called Israeli in this dark machine, push for supporting all sorts of lies in the education, in the media, so that would someone like Tariq to come, but the Bible said this. No, the DNA. No, of course it's rubbish. No, they used to be in Europe. No. You came from Mecca. No. It never was called Palestine. No. Hamas has brought the rockets. No. Saddam was bad. No. We took the Crusade war. We took it back. No. You shouldn't come from Mecca. No. Do you see? The devil, when we say Satan, Allah have sent messengers. Muhammad is final messenger. They said, don't curse him. He's already cursed. And do not mention him. And people are not complying, even Muslim. Just say one thing about this dark machine. I'm not talking about their machines. This absolute dark kingdom, which is, people will say, what? We are living in Disneyland, aliens. No, 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 no. Even in your soul. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Even when you start reading Quran, and the first thing you said before you read Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. Two versions of it. I ask God protection. I ask Allah, the only God, the owner of the founder of existence, the creator of existence. Protection. I know it's not easy, not hard to understand everything. Protection. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان. From Shaitan الرجيم, who the three Jamarat al-Thalath, the big one, the medium. Now they changed it. They made it no ark. Wallahi, this is not something to laugh at. This is not something to laugh. We should cry. And the crescent in the Masjid al-Haram. Why your crescent? Rather than making it they made it this way, like it's a horn of Satan. A'udhu billah. Unbelievable. The crescent didn't start with Muhammad. Crescent, they said just to distinguish. These people are worshipping Allah, the Masjid, and they are allowed. Jizya, dhimma, ahlul dhimma, those who are protected, they pay jizya, they are fine. Put a cross. This is their church. They're different church. The cross that have some figure and high, big, and the normal cross, because they're different. Orthodox, other, east, west, whatever. This place, even to those who want to worship Satan worshipper, vagina worshipper, they used to be putting some, but they finished. They start accepting Islam, all of them. Shardazani, manipulation of what the Zardashan, they accepted Islam. And the Majusi, and the synagogue of Satan at that time. I mean, this house of worship, the Jews putting the star, the dimension, not before, no star before. There was some other, but at that time, after Muhammad, almost a century, Islam, a century after Muhammad, they announced that the house of worship of Islam put the crescent like this. In Mecca, they did it like this. So, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, أعوذ بالله السميع العليم, the most hearing. These people worship the devil. These people work for the devil. The solution is, even if you want to choose the word moderate Islam, even if you are okay, you need to deal with those who call themselves Jews with respect and accept this and respect their privacy. They call themselves Jews. They are allowed to worship the way they want, as long as they are the people of jizya, and if they are good boys and good girls, good boy, you don't attack them. You don't do, and call them the people of the book and show them respect. And there is other rules, but they don't lead armies. They don't work the judicial system because there is a problem, but they want to insist. So they didn't choose these people because Satan have prospered, Gog and Magog. Not all, of course. There is a lot of white men and women, starting from men, scholars who are Muslim, who even more aware of me, more knowledgeable about Islam, definitely, and more high class than me, definitely. Of course, there is humble people with conscience who are not Muslim. I respect them. But this is a political thing. And I'm not talking about other nation, right? Groups. They didn't choose accept Islam since Sykes-Picot. Here we are back, Salah ad-Din. Things like that. They even tried, even at the time of the European occupation in India. The Holland and other. Look, who is the only enemy of God? Who just put in mind to destroy the grave of Muhammad, peace be upon him. Who? They didn't say we accept Islam, like for example the beginning of the Uthmanic Khilafah. Give this example: moderate Muslims, moderate, going to the extreme liberalism and secularism, which Islam even can accept it, fine, and work based on this to Middle East and show respect to the territory and thing, and control the world as well. No. They said, no, Satan is there. No. You keep insisting on fighting religion, overcome the church and Caesars, whatever, then establish this so-called Israeli state and give it the biggest support, not because you love Jews. Understand me? Not because Jews will be respected forever in the West, treated with support by the head of the West, United States. Just I'm the devil and I want this. You choose to worship me. This is how it is. Of course, not face to face. Some of them just face to face. I mean, there is a cult even before the Romans. Roman Constantine. This cult talk about there is a Satan, boogeyman. There is a boogie devil, and they see him, and he's saying, there will be a judgment day, and there will be a war, and I shall win the war. Be in my side. Boogeyman. There is people until last century who believe that we are gonna worship you. I don't want God, because conditional God and things like that. Rubbish. And if you see their practices, we are high class. We can sacrifice children. May Allah protect children. May Allah protect children. All children all over the world. Allahumma ameen. Children they don't decide. They don't decide. Once they become adult, then the problem start. People choose hellfire. People they choose hellfire. They work for hellfire, and they think no conscience. They legitimize it. But God wants this. Our God wants this. He's fine with this. Do I need to explain more? I think I have explained enough. I don't hope that those who call themselves Jews or occupying the Holy Land would understand it. That's why they call for secularism, liberalism, and they give more what? There is people based on the resort who talk, except that this is a second crusade, except that the so-called Israeli state is a Western country between us, and yet you work for the European white race, and we will give it. There is, and some of those Goyim Jews, they have a different faith, but they are forced. And there is people who are just open, they don't care. I mean, all come together for one goal: destroy the belief in God in this planet. Corrupted. Who's saying this? Their God. Their supreme God, Satan. Not Allah, the supreme creator of all existence, universes, who created Satan, who sent Muhammad as what? Final messenger. If there is bad Muslims who fucked your life, trust me, there is some bad Muslim, I cannot question their faith, who fucked my life as well. But this do not change any fact that if you have a problem with Allah, the creator of existence, explanation which came by Muhammad, peace be upon him, at any level you are, by any means or whatever, get ready to hellfire. And remember that you're helping in creating unjust and tribulation on planet Earth. It might not be seen right now, but you have something to do. It's like atoms. And that's it. There is other things, so I need to close right now because a police car moved from here, okay? And there is some drug dealers and addicts at that street. Oh yeah. Police sometimes come and so once arrest here, I swear, maybe 5 minutes walking from here, arresting someone who I used to know, because I used to work in a restaurant. And he used to do something outside. I mean, I didn't work for him, never. But he's talking always, and he don't know, he didn't work with the restaurant. And one that day when I was working, the undercover agents, police officers, took him. So I think it's time for me to leave. So a wonderful weather for them and to drink and hashish, khafashish, mahashush. Don't delete my video. Don't delete the video. Don't delete my video. I'm an Israelite. Not only this. You know, it's me, honey, baby. It's me. Dan. He's back. He's back. What do you mean? I'm not. I'm a normal person. I'm not an angel. I'm not a messenger. That's it. It's the error between Muhammad and tell the return of the Messiah. Okay? I just want solution. If you don't like what I'm saying, just neutral case. Give me my right. Yeah.